Welcome to the Spoken Archive. The following is a real newspaper article from 1891 printed in the Crawfordsville Journal. It describes a terrifying flying apparition seen in the skies above Indiana.
A strange phenomenon.
A horrible apparition hovers over the city at an early hour this morning. What Tam O'Shanter saw on his famous ride was discounted this morning about 2 o'clock by what Marshall McIntyre and Bill Gray saw. They were at that hour at the barn of William Martin on East Main Street, hitching up the team to the ice wagon, preparatory to leaving for the ice houses. While standing in the alley back of the stable, Mr. McIntyre suddenly felt a strange sensation of awe and dread coming over him. And looking up, he saw a horrible apparition approaching from the west. It was about 300 or 400 feet in the air and most gruesome in aspect. It was about 18 feet long and 8 feet wide and moved rapidly through the air by means of several pairs of side fins which it worked most sturdily. It was pure white and had no definite shape or form, resembling somewhat a great white shroud fitted out with propelling fins. There was no tail or head visible, but there was one great flaming eye, and a sort of a wheezing, plaintive sound was emitted from a mouth which was invisible. It flapped like a flag in the winds as it came on, and frequently gave a great squirm as though suffering unutterable agony. When it came to be directly over the residence of Mr. Martin, it began to sweep slowly and majestically around in a circle. It hovered thus for some time, and the watchers, fearing lest it was after their bacon, retired for safety to the shelter of the barn. The apparition finally flew off toward the east, but when it reached the city limits, it returned and began again to hover over Mr. Martin's house. Mr. McIntyre was in favor of arousing the family, but his companion interposed his objection, so the men watched it alone until after 3 o'clock, when they drove off to the ice house, leaving the spook, or whatever it was, still hovering high in the air. It remained there as long as they could see its position, but was gone when they returned at daylight. Both of them much worked up over the affair, and very naturally associated with the supernatural. They will carry a Springfield rifle to the barn the next time they go, and if the apparition again comes flapping around, they will drill a hole in him with an ounce of cold lead